So, a school tries to ban a student from going to prom because he's a conservative.
3 days before my high school prom, I got pulled aside into the principal's office with the principal and vice principal. And bro, they're almost not gonna let me go to my high school prom because students and parents were complaining about the things that I post online. Like, I genuinely got interrogated for like 15, 20 minutes about, oh, you're offending some people with your social media posts, and we've had parents complaining about what you're saying. Literal parents and students, and they're revoking my access to get a prom ticket. And eventually I said, like, okay, like, I'll chill, whatever, and they let me get a prom ticket. Bro, I was this close to getting banned from my high school prom, literally just for my social media presence.
This is why I want to defund these woke institutions. This is the perfect example of mass brainwashing our society is going through. They're teaching kids very young that it's okay to bar people from society if they hold certain views that you don't agree with. The left in Canada are using social isolation tactics to shape Canadian identity using enforcement of conformity. Social connection is the basis of human evolution. Jordan Peterson even talks about the fact that psychopaths, the most antisocial humans alive, can be punished by putting them in solitary confinement. A psychologist named John T. Capicio studied how lack of social connection affects the brain and body, suggesting that social isolation is linked to increased stress, high risk of depression and anxiety, negative physical health outcomes, shortened lifespan in severe long-term cases. This is why the left has adopted social isolation tactics. We see the same thing happening right now with human rights tribunals. A salon paying $500 for not having the other option when selecting for gender on their website. A school trustee being fined $750K for not believing in gender ideology. Or the nurse being suspended for acknowledging that there are only two genders. None of this is by accident. The liberals and socialists pushing this agenda are trying to divide us, ostracize us from society, cripple us financially, and force us to self-censor. It's just like how Big Brother operates in 1984, George Orwell. They're using bureaucracy and media to manipulate the truth and reality. Those who don't conform to the government's narrative are weeded out and destroyed. The way that works in society is explained in Political Ponerology by Andrew Lobaczewski, and Liam DeBoer breaks this down perfectly in a YouTube video. I suggest you guys all check it out. The idea is that society is run by psychopaths, and these psychopaths need the collective to believe certain narratives, so they recruit the schizoids, who are the ideological engineers of society, the intellectuals that craft the wording of the narrative. Those narratives are interpreted by the spellbinders. These are the news anchors, political commentators, or leftist politicians that tell people what to think and influence the population. Then you have the spellbound, the true believers of the ideology and narrative, and they enforce it into society. Very likely the bureaucrats crafting these human rights laws that we have to conform to so that we can operate in society. All of these groups work together to control our society, and if they continue to get their way, Canada will become a 1984 Big Brother ruled nation where nonconformity equals death.